Hello, Ghana. Hello, Africa. Hello to the world. Most welcome to your authoritative platform. This is the page here in the capital Accra. This is where we get those who matter when it comes to issues about sports, development, the youth. You just name it. Something that really shapes lives. And for years now, we've been hearing or we've been reading about it that African Americans in the diaspora coming back. There's someone in my studio now that is back and really giving us tangibles. His team, they are giving us tangibles, doing things to really put smiles on the faces of the less privileged. They just don't come as tourists. They come, they see, they go back, they come back again, and then they help in bringing change that we all need. And we've been told that if you really want change, you have to start with the self. And so after seeing, observing, and saying, let me do my little to contribute, it is yielding fruit. And so today, I have a brother, calling me brother because he's a gun boy. He didn't know he was a gun boy, but he has discovered the streets. So he will tell us a story. I won't take the wind out of his seal because this happens to be his first time. We are doing it. And when it's your first time on this platform, we'll give you the opportunity to tell us who you are. And so say, most welcome.
Thank you for the opportunity.
If we are standing, I'll give you a salute because
Thank you so much.
you happen to be an army officer as well.
Yes, please.
So tell Ghanaians who you are.
Okay, thank you very much for the opportunity. My name is Mishaw Cuyler, and of course, I'm an African American, and I've been traveling to Ghana since 2020. And a little bit of the backstory is that, of course, as an African American, many of us, have something missing in our spirit. We lack understanding of where we're from, our culture, our root language, and those type of things. So oftentimes we go on the search to try to reconnect with Africa. And as of recent, with technology, we're able to have our DNA analyzed, and at least they can give us an understanding of where we're from. So when I took my DNA blood test, I found out that my roots trace back to Ghana, and specifically the Ga tribe. So when I found that out in 2019, the first thing I wanted to do is to try to trace my root back, come to Ghana, come to Accra, learn more about the culture, the food, the people. And I've been coming to Ghana at least once a year ever since 2020. So it's been an amazing journey.
Whoa. Being in Europe, America, since growing up, why will you feel that there's something missing in your system? Was it because of your color? Was it because of the way you do your things compared to your colleagues out there? The reason you were still saying that there's something missing in you?
Yeah, and that's a great question. And and the best way to really try to articulate is that once you come back to Ghana or come back to Africa, that's when you really get the answer. Because when you come to Ghana, for example, and you get off the plane and you go into the airport, and in customs everybody looks like you, and then you walk outside the airport and you look on the billboards, and the people's skin color looks like you, and it's just an amazing opportunity, and people are very nice and welcoming. And when you get here and you start to absorb that, that really makes you understand even better what you're missing by being in America. So and in addition to that, that great feeling and learning about the food and seeing all the beautiful sights and being welcomed by so many of the Ghana community, it's just a blessing to be able to come back and be able to receive that energy and be welcomed by the people.
So when coming to Ghana, what was the expectation? Because there are a whole lot of a school of thoughts,
Yes.
especially in America, about the country Ghana and even the continent of Africa. Europe has different mindsets. The tabloids, the media outlets always paint that picture, gloomy picture every day, mosquitoes, filth, death, killing, wars.
Yes.
When you came, when you finally touched down, has the narrative changed?
Well, I'm a little bit fortunate, and you mentioned it earlier, that being in the military, I've had a chance to travel the world. My father was in the military, so we've been to a variety of countries. So it's a little bit easier for me to look past the standard narratives that may be pushed to Americans or about Africa and Africa and the people in Africa and the resources and how they live. So it's oftentimes you have to escape that and you have to come to really get the truth. But the beauty of it is now with the internet and social media, Africans are able to tell their own stories, and Africans are able to put their own truth out, and people are really just be able to see the truth about Africa. And that's what I do when I come here. The first couple times I came, I would go to the Accra Mall or go to different places, and I would go live because I would like to show all my friends and my social network the beauty of Africa, Wele Falls, the people, the food. So once I started doing that, people are like, wow, this is amazing. We didn't know Africa was like that. We didn't understand the beauty. And so with that being said, a lot of people wanted to come. So I also started bringing African Americans to Ghana. So we had our first trip last year where we brought 6 people, and I'm here now and we have 11. And we just travel around the country. We go to Cape Coast. We go to Akasambo. Matter of fact, my group is in Akasambo right now, and their minds are just blown. And, they're talking about how can we get back? How can we divest, from America and come back to Ghana? So it's a beautiful thing, and we hope to expand that. But it's all about figuring out ways how, Africans in the diaspora and Africans on the continent can work together in unity to produce something. Yeah.
From 2009, when you heard and you discovered and you came here, but for COVID, you could have been here more often.
Yes.
You saw something. You went back, and when you came back, you started planting something.
Yes.
Tell me about the project you are into now.
Oh, that's great. I'm glad you asked about that. So when I first started, when I first found out that I was from Ghana, in America, I just started reaching out to Ghanaians and just trying to, hey, I found out that I'm from Ghana. I want to learn more about the culture. So eventually, I met a family, and they said, come to Ghana, stay with us, and we'll have a place for you. So I came, and next door there was an orphanage. So I went over to the orphanage and started talking to the students because, I teach, I do some motivational speaking. So I started teaching algebra in the school and just doing little things, motivational speaking and things of that nature. And I noticed that one of the playgrounds was very, run down, very dilapidated. So I went to the director of the orphanage and I said, would it be possible, would you allow me the honor of trying to, upgrade or replace the playground? And he said yes. So after I left Ghana at that time, I went back home. I started a GoFundMe page, and our first playground was put into Pukwasi here in Accra last year in March. So this year, we're putting, with our second group of tourists that we're bringing, we put in our second playground in Tamale. So we just finished that last week. Yes.
Viewers on our screens.
Absolutely.
This is Tamale.
Yes, please.
And this is the playground you
Yes,
put there.
absolutely. And what I'm really proud about is that the playground is built by, here in Ghana, by Ghanaians. So we're not bringing playgrounds from the US or China. We're having it manufactured here, so we keep the money in the community and we impact the children in the community. So we want to show how we can work together to get positive outcomes.
Where exactly in Tamale is this thing located?
Ooh, it was my first time in Tamale, so I'm not exactly sure. But there's an orphanage in Tamale called Apam that's associated with Apam, and it's called Sirius School in Tamale, and that's where we put it. So it was my first time there. Yes.
Okay, so putting this facility there, when you did it and you were going to hand it over, what was the facial expressions? What was it on the faces of the children, the parents, the school leaders?
Absolutely.
What really was it?
It was amazing. The children have been hearing about it for the last 4 or 5 months because that's how long it takes to produce. But when we got there, the children were so excited. The teachers were so excited because they said that the children didn't have any place to play before, or they'll go out and play in the dirt, especially the small children. They didn't have any place to play. And even the parents have said how amazing it is for the children to have a place to play. But more importantly, putting in a playground, in terms of, sports and athletics, not only does it help your mind, it helps your physical, it helps your spirit. So it's a holistic approach. It's a holistic development of the mind, body, and spirit of the children. So everybody was very pleased, and we're really excited about it. And we're looking forward to doing more playgrounds in Ghana.
If you look at where it's located, I'm seeing cultural stuff, people coming, meaning that the community has really accepted this project.
Yes. Absolutely. The community accepted it. And I really didn't understand the impact until one of the elders came to me and said, not only is that playground impacting the children at the orphanage, but it's the only playground in the general area. So children from the whole community descend and are able to use the playground. So I'm really excited about that because we're impacting not only the children at the orphanage, but the whole community at whole.
So right now we have one in the Greater Accra region.
Yeah, Pukwasi.
And then we have another one currently in Tamale.
Tamale, yes, please.
Meaning that with the way you go in very soon, we are going to see you go to another.
Absolutely. The goal right now is to put a playground in Cape Coast for next year, and then just move from there. One step at a time, one step at a time. But we're really excited about what we're doing, and we're looking forward. The goal is to put playgrounds all throughout Ghana. That is the goal, in conjunction with African Americans and local Ghanaians as well. So working together.
So indirectly, since coming and once, twice, have you been in touch with the Ghana Tourism Authority? Have you been in touch with any agency to really help you assimilate very well?
Well, I haven't because I've been compelled by, I believe this is divine. I believe God is leading me. And that's why I believe I'm on your show today, that God is driving what is going on. So, I just follow God's steps, and where I end up is where I end up. And I'm fortunate enough to be here on your stage being interviewed by that. So that's a blessing as well. But I haven't made any connections with anybody in the Tourism Authority. We've just been focusing on raising money and getting the playgrounds built. But we welcome any type of collaboration with any organization that
with what you are doing and your colleagues in the States,
yes, please.
Watching and yearning to come.
Yes, please.
You said in the first you brought 6.
Yes.
Now you have 11.
Yes.
What happens if next year, God willing, with what you are doing now, 50 decides I will follow you?
Yes.
Then indirectly you become a tour guide.
Well, that's the goal. If we plan to bring 50 next year, we have to speak that into existence because we believe we're doing the right thing. We believe this is God's work. We believe that it's destiny for Africans in the diaspora and Africans on the continent to come together. So we're really, really excited about that, and we're already going to claim that we're going to have that many for next year.
Okay, great. Before we check out, I know in the States, facilities, playgrounds like this,
yes,
sports infrastructure are abound. Everywhere you pass, you can. The youth used to develop their talent. Here in Ghana, we have some, but not enough for everybody too. One thing about sports is this unifying force. I know in the States it's transforming lives and stuff like that.
Yes.
Do you intend looking at coming down with expertise or colleagues to come in, tap into the talent here, help them any of the sporting disciplines?
Well, anything is possible. The original intent, started as small, and sometimes when God puts His hands on it, it starts to expand. But any way that we can link, athletics in America with athletics in Ghana through what we're doing, we're absolutely open to doing that because, again, it's all about working together. It's all about development. It's all about focusing on getting the youth, which is, the future and our most precious resource, getting them developed so they can carry the torch for Ghana into the future and ultimately carry the torch towards the unification of Africans in the diaspora and Africans on the continent.
Great. Now, you said when you came, you rediscovered your roots, that you are a Ghanaian.
Yes, please.
You are from the Greater Accra region.
Yes, please.
So when you traced your roots, what name did they give you?
So when I started coming back to Ghana and I told them my story, my name is now Nikote.
Nikote.
Nikote, yes, that's my Ghana name. So I'm very proud of it too. Yes.
So Nikote is in the house. So the language, have you started learning it?
A little bit of language. Learn a little bit of Ga. Afane Toyote, Iujuba, those type of things.
So,
yes, please.
Afane Toyote.
Yes.
Meaning that, please, how are you?
Yes, please.
Then you said Iujuba.
Yes.
Then when you say thank you, you say Oyualadon.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So those are the small things. So
Small.
the food, which ones have you started enjoying? Which of the cuisines have you started enjoying?
One of my favorite snacks off the side of the road is kosiamaku, the egg and pepper. That's my favorite snack.
Enjoy it, Scott.
Yes, that's my favorite.
How did you say it's called?
Kosiamaku.
It is Inkosianimeku.
Kosiamaku. Next year when I come back, I'll have it right.
in the Ghana,
yes,
it is Wawolo Keshito.
Wawolo.
Wo is the hen.
Yes, please.
And Iwolo is the egg. and shito is the pepper.
Yes, please.
So what will look at shito? But in
Lord, Kashuto.
the akan inkusia nimeku.
That's my favorite snack. But you know, another thing that I like to touch on, if you know, that I've noticed during my journey and coming back to Africa, my people are from South Carolina, and our people are called the Gullah people, the Gullah Geechee people. In America, they're recognized as the culture that has the strongest roots back to Africa. So when the transatlantic slave trade was going on, a lot of the slaves would come into South Carolina, and they would place our enslaved ancestors on these sea islands, these small islands off the coast, and they would grow sugar cane and rice and things of those nature. So they were isolated because there were no bridges and things of that nature. So we retained a lot of the culture. So in South Carolina, we call it red rice.
Okay.
Here it's called jollof.
Jollof.
Yes, in South Carolina, we just call it peas and rice. Here it's wache.
Wow.
And we eat fried fish with hot pepper sauce.
Okay.
So, you know, when I came here and started seeing all these parallels, it made me think that 400 years really isn't a lot of time. And we have so many things more in common than we have it different. So, you know, that's a part of the mission that I believe God has bestowed on me to just come and do his work and try to, you know, spread love and happiness and reconnect what this ocean has separated.
Whoa. Well, thank you very much. Currently, your team is in Akosombo. Are you going back to Akosombo?
No, my team right now in the 11 African Americans that are right now, we don't want to leave. You know, they're supposed to fly tomorrow, but they're coming back from Akosombo, and then we're going to go to the cultural center today to do some shopping and things of that nature. And then tomorrow they'll be flying back to America. But I know many of them are going to be back because they want to bring their kids. So that's how I know we're going to have a bigger bus next year, because they're saying that.
How is that?
Families. Yes.
How is that?
Yes, it's a blessing.
So is that enjoying the stay here?
Yes, they're absolutely enjoying the stay. Yes, to the fullest.
Wow.
Yes, please.
And I hope that the next time they come and stay forever.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That is very possible. I'll definitely be here.
Hey, so when you come, you bring them along. So
Yes, please.
viewers, this a Ghanaian, he has rediscovered his roots. He said he's a Ghanaian, he's from the Ga culture, and so he has finished with his service in the U.S. Army. So he's an officer. So you have to salute him. Next time when he's coming, I'll let him put on his regalia so that you really see and really understand. So
Yes,
he's here just to rediscover himself and his team, and to they are touring Ghana, doing some good things, and they've started planting seeds, putting up playgrounds for children in less privileged societies and stuff like that. And it's good. They want to do more. So if you're also out there, you know anybody in the diaspora who really wants to come, welcome the person. After the year of return, we have beyond the return and continue. So let everybody come back. Let's rediscover and then bring the energy back. Build our Ghana. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mishaw, and wish you all the best.
Thank you. God bless you.
That's been The Page returns same time tomorrow. Have a lovely day.